We're back on the Morning Brew with Friends. I'm your moderately deconditioned host, Dan Mayfield. And of course, it's Wednesday. That means it's time for Trending with Joan Marie.
Thanks for tuning in with Trending with Joan Marie, where I talk about all that's trending and buzzing online. So, okay, first and foremost, I've never had a kid, so I don't know what it's like to be, with child or anything like that. But all I can say is that I want to introduce you to a dog that is killing it in a maternity shoot. And I'd like to introduce Lilica right here, who's trending all over BuzzFeed, Board Panda, TMZ, and various other news outlets. Because look at this sweet, adorable, darling dog. And I mean, like, sweet, sweet face, but then, wait for it, it's a maternity shoot. And this shoot, I mean, just, she's owning it, she's rocking it, and I know it's very crazy to think that, yes, I'm talking about a dog maternity shoot. However, people are loving this. They're talking about how this is the epitome of photo shoots for dogs to have. It was shot by Brazilian photographer Ana Paula Grillo, and the maternity shot was actually posted originally on various outlets, and just comments galore, just posting and going, and everyone just absolutely loves it. So kudos to this, because this is probably what I'm to do whenever I get a girl dog, because I love it. Apple recently came out with some brand new announcements, and people definitely were not feeling like oohs and ahs as they have in the past. However, there were some new ones for the smaller iPad, and it's going to have some very fun faster components, a nice new camera, and I mean, I think it'll have a very fun new color scheme. I know people are talking about how it's going to have the rose gold color, and that's going to be definitely a lot of fun for them. The iPhone 6 SE has the same in size as the current 6S, but it's going to be the same size, just a little bit longer than the 5. Now this phone, I don't know, I don't know. I like to run with my phone, so this will be interesting to see actually how the sales were, because when they talked about it, CEO Tim Cook was talking about how the sales were great, but he wouldn't actually mention numbers about how actually great they were, but just said they were actually successful numbers. They started talking about you can start pre-ordering on March 24th, which is tomorrow, and shipping will start on March 31st. So definitely get out there and start doing that. The watch has some new components. It's going to have some new bands, and there's a price cut. So I'm probably going to actually be able to finally afford one. So that'll be fun for me to have. I'd like you to have a cute moment of your week, and so with that, you're going to meet Archer, this sweet, adorable Arctic fox. So this 4-year-old Arctic fox is a pet, and basically whenever it gets very tired or whenever anyone's like hysterically laughing, just starts laughing like this. It was seen on BBC, CNN, Fox News. They were interviewing about this fox, and apparently in Michigan you can own an Arctic fox as a pet. I didn't know you could. I'm gonna have to look this up and see if I can own one in New Mexico. All Backstreet Boy fans in the house? Anybody? Yes, Backstreet Boys. So boy bands are coming together, and if you're a fan of zombies, take a look at this, what's coming to Sci-Fi.
You're the best of the best. The one and only.
Everybody's gotta die someday.
They're everywhere, and I'm running out of whiskey. Come get it! Dead 7, a sci-fi original movie.
Okay, so did you see that? That had Nick Carter, AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys, which I'm a huge, huge BSB fan, not a closet fan anymore. Very proud BSB fan. You've got 98 Degrees, you got O-Town, NSYNC members, and this was actually written by Nick Carter, co-produced by Nick Carter, and these are coming from the makers of Sharknado. So if you were a fan of Sharknado, that horrible, awesome, amazing comedy that was so bad it was lovely and amazing, you totally need to check this out. It's going to be airing on Friday, April 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's just amazing. I'm so excited for this. So whenever you're on Twitter, you need to be careful about what you post. I'd like to introduce Miss Kelsey Harmon, a college softball student who recently, last week, posted a picture of her papa, her grandfather, as they were eating burgers. The tweet that she posted that went viral in 24 hours with over 70,000 retweets was that she's there. Her grandfather made 12 burgers for 6 of the grandkids, and she was the only one that showed. People were so heartbroken about this. They were upset. People were distraught. They were tweeting back at them saying how can you not show up for Papa? How can you not do this? Papa looks so sad. I mean, just Yeah, no, there were so many memes and videos coming out of this. I mean, just look at that. I love you so much. Yeah, no, Paw Paw received so much love from this. It was just overwhelming, all of these different things. They were even very creative to turn him into an album cover, as you can see right there. So, I mean, it did not stop. However, some death threats might have occurred to some of the grandkids, so there was an actual request to calm down, that Paw Paw does love them and forgave the grandkids. So it's crazy what will actually start buzzing and trending on Twitter, so just be careful with what you post. There were also one of the grandkids that actually did send in a tweet to say that, hey, I did eat with Grandpa and everything's good, he forgives me. So definitely go out, go show your grandparents or your loved ones that you love them, so nobody wants to send you death threats, right? Dan, I think that's a fairly good lesson for the day.
Well, I felt like sending death threats to Apple, because I was so looking forward to their big announcement. We were talking about it on the show Monday, like, come on, Apple, like, what?
It was such a disappointment just to see what they actually came out with. I mean, just a smaller phone, I get it, but maybe a smaller phone and then a larger phone might have been a good idea, possibly.
No more of that, the grand Steve Jobs ideas, you know?
It was very disappointing just because there weren't any innovative ideas that they normally hold and possess, which I feel was definitely a setback for them. I mean, the iPad, yes, but there was no new technology. I mean, however, the new iOS update that they have, my favorite right now thing for it is actually where you're able to, it tunes or calms down the color of your screen after sunset, and it'll actually change it. I love that because I'm that horrible person that falls asleep with their cell phone on bed. So, but yeah.
Excellent. We'll be back in a couple of minutes on the Morning Brew with Friends.